Okay, so I am extremely full. I did my eyebrows and I hate them, so ignore them. But this is gonna be the last video on like the series of finishing books I'm in the middle of, because technically we're just in the middle of 5 books now. The first one being Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I am on chapter 34. So I'm like roughly almost 60% of the way through the book, I think, or maybe 60% exactly. My goal is to finish this by Sunday. It is currently Friday. So for me to be able to finish it by Sunday, I have to read 55 pages every day. So I decided to look at it by chapter, and I took a picture of like where I needed to be. So today I have to read until chapter 41, which is the devastation, and then tomorrow I have to read up to chapter 48, which is the fraud, or just fraud, and then just finish it off. So that's what I need to do to be able to finish it. I am extremely tired, and it's already 10:56 p.m. So I don't know how much I'm actually gonna get done today, but I am gonna shower in a little bit and just lay in bed and read this. That's what I've been doing, and that's how I've been getting most of my reading done. But I know I won't say lay down in bed. To be able to read 50 pages, it's gonna take a lot for me because I'm just that tired. But I do want to export some videos, like the other parts of these videos, into my computer. So while they're exporting, I don't even think I actually need that much time. I think by the time I'm done with this video, like I'll be done exporting. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just try to read as much as I can to try to reach that chapter. And then the next one I'm gonna try to read is My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and LJ Shen. So this one I have a lot left. Honestly, how many pages are there? There's 300 and is this part of it? Yeah, it's the epilogue. So 359 pages, and I'm on page 14. So 359 minus 14 is 345 pages, and I would want to finish this by like Wednesday, so divided by 3, it's 115 pages roughly every day, which I know I could do. I just haven't really been in the mood to pick up this book, but I'm gonna try my best to finish it Wednesday, latest Thursday. And then my second goal is to pick up this book and read as much as I can. So this video is gonna go on until not this Sunday, but next week Sunday, and then whatever I finish is where this series finishes. So I'm gonna try to read, I guess, from either Thursday or Friday on as much as I can from this. I'm gonna see if I can find the audiobook, because on Libby it's how do you call this? It's on hold. I have to put it on hold. So I'm gonna see if I can find it on like Spotify or something, so I can at least start the audiobook of this one. This one I'll probably listen to at 1.75 speed, so it will take me longer just because this is a more deep story than usual. But yeah, I would have obviously rather picked up one of these on audiobook, but I can't find Phantasma anywhere other than on Libby and on Audible, but I don't want to pay for it on Audible. And Libby is on hold still, but honestly at this point it's pointless to even wait because it has 6 weeks and I want to finish it already. But this one I only find it in German, so there's like nowhere other than I think Audible maybe has it, but like I said, I'm not paying for that. So this is the one that we're gonna try to find on Audible to complete. We do have 2 other books, like I've said in the other parts. I don't know if you guys have seen them though. It's the Unabridged Journals of Sociopath and the Iliad by Homer. But these are not books that I'm gonna try to read anytime soon, like quickly. I haven't made any more progress on this one since one of the previous videos that I read a couple of pages. So yeah. And like I would say that I want to make more progress, like reach, let's say page 100 or something, because I'm on page 75. But I don't think it's gonna happen, to be completely honest with you, just because I do want to finish so many books in a short amount of time, while still obviously living life. So yeah, and then we have the Iliad by Homer, which I'm on book 3, and this one I'm just gonna try to like be reading a book a day, but not right now. It's gonna be after this challenge. So those 2 I technically am currently in the middle of, With those two, I'm not in a rush, and these three, I want to finish it before I go back to work January 5th. I wanted to finish them before the new year, but the new year is literally a Thursday, so I would have less than a week to finish these 3 books, and honestly, I don't see it happening. It'd be great if I could finish tomorrow Phantasma, so I'm gonna try to read as much as I can today. Like, if I get to chapter 41 and I feel like I can still read, I will, but honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna make it to chapter 41, but I'm gonna try to sit down tomorrow and read as much as I can, and perhaps read more than just 55 pages and read like the rest. But I did go to Barnes and Noble because I saw they had the $25 25% off thing like going on, but I guess that one's closing down. I saw a TikTok afterwards of it, which I'm like so sad about. But yeah, so they had a 50% off, so I got 4 books, which I shouldn't have, but I did. And you know what, it's okay. So the first one I got is Duke, which is the 4th book in, I don't even know what this is called, the Lucky River Ranch series. I have the first 3. I have not read it, but I love me a cowboy romance. That is my favorite kind of romance. That's the best romance genre. I don't know why. My boyfriend's not even a cowboy, but I love me a cowboy romance. I don't know. And it all started thanks to Lila Sage. So, oops, not Lila Sage. So Lila Sage. So I got her 4th book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and it's Wild and Wrangled. So I'm so excited. I still haven't read Lost and Lassoed, but I do want to read Lost and Lassoed soon since that's the last sibling, and then pick this one up. But I loved the first 2, and I love the representation of mental health in them, so love it. And then I got Piranesi. It's Women's Prize for Fiction 2021 winner. I saw something on TikTok about it being TikTok or YouTube, I don't know. About it being a fun like Greek mythology retelling. So, or Greek mythology, but I don't even know. So I got it. And then I got The Mad Wife by Megan Church. This one's by Susanna Clark. I'm sorry, I can't even read. And then I got The Mad Wife by, like I said, Megan Church. I had seen Kaylee on Book Talk talking about it, but honestly, from the cover, like I wasn't really drawn to it. But then I looked at the back and I was like, this sounds kind of good. So we're gonna read these. So we got 4 new books to add to the TBR, which I shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I got the hiccups, but I did. And you know what? It's fine because I only spent $17 because they were half off. I had $15 on a gift card left over, plus $5. So let's see. So Duke is a deluxe edition. I did not know that. And it was $9.50. And then the rest of them were $9 each. So you know what I mean? And then I had like the $5 rewards and stuff. So it was supposed to be $33.66 with the $5 rewards. Before that it was $38.66. Then I said $15. So I ended up being $17. Not bad. Not bad. It was like buying 1 book, like paying the price of 1 book for 4. So we did that. And yeah, so I have to figure out where I'm gonna stick these books, but that's a later problem. I'm gonna add them now to my list, and then I'm gonna finish downloading the other one, and honestly then just like showering and going to bed to read Phantasma and hoping I can read those 55 pages because I am really tired. So we're gonna try. I was gonna read last night, but I couldn't even. I was so tired. But we're gonna try our hardest today to read as much as we can. And yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. Okay guys, so we read last night. We were supposed to read until chapter 41. I read until halfway through chapter 43 because then I was just like literally falling asleep. I was like, okay, I'm not understanding this anymore, so I'm just gonna stop here. And then I woke up this morning and I read the rest of chapter 43 and I read chapter 44. So we are currently on chapter 45. That means we only have 77 pages to finish the book. So my goal is to finish it today. My goal was before this to finish it tomorrow, but 77 pages is a very feasible goal to finish today, and it's only 11:35 a.m. So I have more than enough time. I am gonna sit now and try to complete it now. In like the next hopefully hour and a half I'll be done. So by like 1 I should be done with Phantasma. It is picking up pace. I do read it on my Kindle before going to bed. So I just brought my Kindle over here to update where I was at. But yeah, so that's gonna be the goal for today. And then once we finish this, which we need to finish already, it'll be to start My Dark Romeo. So if we finish this today, early on in the day, hopefully at least like tonight, maybe not throughout the day, maybe I don't feel like picking it up, or maybe I do, but I can read My Dark Romeo. So that's the goal, so that I can finish it hopefully latest Wednesday. But if we could finish it before that, that'd be great. But my goal would be latest to finish it Wednesday. And then from there we would start All That We Cannot See. I am trying to get it on Spotify. I don't know why my Spotify wasn't working yesterday. I don't know if it's just not logged in. It is logged in. And this new phone, because I got a new one. So that's why. Okay, perfect. We got it. Oh no, I don't want to download it. Chapters. Okay, so I can technically start it here, and then if I'm picking up my room or doing anything whatsoever, I can just listen to All the Light We Cannot See. I might have to physically finish though the first chapter, I think, just because the chapters are huge, literally huge. So all of this is still part of the first chapter. They're just short little chapters in between, but it doesn't go to chapter 2 until, let's see, like there's so many little things. When do we get to chapter 2? TBH, I'm not sure. So I guess we'll try to, okay, so literally up to here. So until page, what was the last page of chapter 1? 91. And I'm only on page 32. So we might have to read some of those physically, but the rest, like while I'm picking up my room and stuff like that, I can listen to an audiobook, maybe coloring. I can listen to this. So that'll help us read throughout the days and hopefully have it finished by Sunday of next week. And hopefully by Sunday of next week we finish these 3 books and we are completely like caught up with where I wanted to be, which is just the Iliad and this Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath, me being in the middle of it. So that's the goal. So now we're gonna start Phantasma. I'm gonna put like an hour-long video on YouTube with like some Phantasma, how do you call this, ambiance, and try to see how much I can get done in that hour. And then if I just have like 20 pages, I'm gonna continue. If I have a little bit more than that, then I'll probably update you guys. But my goal is to finish this ASAP and then start with like My Dark Romeo and stuff. Or maybe I'm gonna see if I can find in the audiobook exactly where I'm at and then go from there. That's gonna be the goal. And maybe I'll color a little bit because I feel like I missed coloring right now, so we could do that. And also I need to put away all the books that I bought recently, which I need to stop. I think I need to like put myself on like a book buying ban, like once the new year starts, like I can't buy any books until like my birthday in May or something like that. I don't know, but I love going to Barnes, and like if you're at Barnes, you know, I don't know, we'll see what we do. Or like I have to read 5 books before buying one, or like 10 books before buying one. I don't know. I think. Yeah, we're gonna do something like that. You know what I mean? Like removing books from our TBR before buying. So maybe like 5 books, read 5 books. I'm allowed to get one. Obviously, if I haven't gone to get one, then once I read 10, I can get 2. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna read and I'll catch you guys later. Okay, so I finished Phantasma. I think it's 4 stars, just because there were like some parts where I wasn't like obsessed with the book, but it was a really good book. I do want to get, I think it's called Enchantra now. Like, I literally want to go now and buy it so I can have it and start it as soon as I finish the other 2 books that I'm in the middle of. Like, I want to go, especially because Barnes has the sale right now. One of the Barnes by me is closing down, so everything is 50% off, and I'm like, 50% off of $19 is like less than $10, like $9.50. So I'm like, I need it. So now I want to go get it. But I also don't feel like getting up. I'm cramping, so that means I'm gonna get my you-know-what very, very soon. And I have a stuffy nose, so I don't really feel like going out. I also wanted to go to Hobby Lobby to see if I can find the papers for my notebook to be able to start my reading journal, but I don't want to go out. That's the problem. But yeah, I am enjoying it. It's a 4 stars, maybe 4.25 stars. I think 4.25 stars is pretty good. I enjoyed it, and I do want to pick up the next book. I'm not sure if it's a series or if it's a duology. I think it might be just a duology, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna check now in Goodreads to see if it's just like a duology. Oh no, there's a new book gonna come out, Demonica. Yeah, so it is Enchantra, the next one, but this Demonica thing, what is this? It says published forever. I don't know if they're gonna release a 3rd book because it doesn't give me much details, but it has like 43 ratings, 4.12 stars. Like, what is it? Some people are like, oh, am I the only one that didn't know there was gonna be a 3rd book? A lot of people wrote this in June, so I'm assuming. Yeah, cannot wait to see what comes next. Some people are giving it 5 stars already, even though it hasn't come out. So I guess there's gonna be a 3rd book coming out maybe in 2026, I'm assuming. So I guess it's gonna be a series, not a duology, but we have Phantasma and we finished it, so that is insane. I'm so happy we finished it today. So hopefully today I can do some damage in both of these. If I go and buy the stuff, I can realistically listen to this while doing like my book journal, setting it up. So we could do that, and then hopefully later tonight we can go and start reading more of my Dark Romeo on my Kindle, probably. Yeah, we can see what happens. Oh, chapter 3 is super short. You know, maybe try to get to page 50 today. That could be like a goal, like a little goal we have. And then go from there. I don't even know. As much as we can read, I guess, today throughout the day and at night. If we could do that, that'd be great for both of these books, just to get a little bit further into both of them. I'm only in chapter 2. I've only read chapter 1 of my Dark Romeo, but I honestly didn't love that one chapter. So hopefully we can get through that and we can finish both of those books ASAP. And that's it. That's the goal. Okay, so I went to Barnes and they did in fact not have it. If we put it this way, all we see are shelves. That's literally all we see. That's insane. I literally added another one there. Anyway, but whatever. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got some stuff. I got toothbrushes because I needed a toothbrush, but that was not from Hobby Lobby. That was from Tarjay. But I got these two stickers. So I got these stickers. I didn't buy the little tape thingies. Anyway. And then I got these stickers. These like vinyls. Anyway. I guess we're gonna have to do it with glue. And then I got all these little papers from Hobby Lobby. We love a little Hobby Lobby moment. dirty. That's it. And now you just sit. But I got this little pink gingham moment. I thought I had gotten 2 pink ginghams. I guess not. I got this little blue seashell bow one. I got this little green bow one. And then I got this little blue bow moment. And then I wanted something a little bit more neutral, so I got this little one. I also want to do a page for like classics I want to read, so these will kind of fit in there. This like darker one. Then I got this one because my boyfriend said to get this one. But this one could be like little pieces spread here and there. And then I got some just like basic colors. I got a green. To go with like the green stuff. I got a brown for like the classics page. And a little like yellow moment. You know, just to throw some in there. And then I got 2 of these like smaller ones and 2 of these. So we'll see what we end up using for the journal, and I'm probably gonna do that now. I was gonna listen to my audiobook, but I'm home alone, and when I'm home alone I can't just focus on like an audiobook. Like I need to focus on like something that's like there to watch too. So I might do that while watching some YouTube videos or watching like the Eras Tour documentary, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm starting to feel like worse, so I feel like I am indeed, in fact, getting sick, but that's okay. So we're gonna do that. I went to Barnes, they didn't have Enchantra, and then I went to Target, they didn't have it either, so no Enchantra for me anytime soon. But you know what, that's okay, because we're here now, so it doesn't matter. Also, I couldn't find letters, so that's triggering, but we'll see how we do it. Maybe I'll cut out some letters. I don't want to bring out my Cricut, so I don't know if maybe we'll see what we do. But at least we have that done, and I think I do have my glue. We'll see now. If not, then I really can't do much. I don't have my glue. I think I have double-sided tape, but it's better when you have it on like a little rolling thing. But let's see what happens. Let's just, you know, go with the flow. Go with life. See what goes on. And then if I end up doing any of that, I'll show you guys. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay guys, I haven't finished, but I think I'm done for today because I am missing like the stickers and I'm just like over it. So this is the notebook. I took a lot of inspo from Rachel Catherine. This is even the notebook that she has. So in the beginning I still have to do like a little title page or whatever, but here I'm doing the 100 books. I'm waiting to get the stickers so I could put 100 like this, you know, 100. Here I have to do the bookshelves and put 100 little books in it, but I did not want to do that right now, so I didn't. And then here it was supposed to be my physical TBR, but I didn't have enough space, so we changed it to series I'm in the middle of. So I did it like that. I have to put a series in the middle of, yes, series to reader, series whatever, series tracker I guess. So this is how it is. And then she does just like the cubes, even if it's for novellas, but I did like 2 for like a full book, and then like a half for novellas, like just 1 square instead of 2 thingies. So for Phantasma I put 2 by mistake, but she is coming out with a 3rd book, so it's fine. So I'm gonna put up their series tracker. But so I did make it like little Dutch doors, but even with like the Dutch doors I wasn't gonna have enough space. Do I think this is too much space for series trackers? Yes, I know I'm gonna start more series, but honestly it'll probably be like up to like here at most. But the good thing about Dutch doors is that you won't know, because this looks fine, you know what I mean, if I don't continue finishing it or whatever, because you don't see it. And then I did 26 books to read in 2026. So a couple of these are series, so I know I'm starting a couple of series. So we have The Song of Achilles, Throne of Glass is a series, The Starless Sea, Conversation with Friends, Clockwork Prince, Fable, Son of Neptune is one to finish the series. Muse of Nightmares is to finish the series. Shadow and Bone. I'm not including like One Piece and stuff like that because One Piece has like 100 something volumes. It's just gonna be hella boxes for me to put out. I'm also gonna start Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Circe, The Nightingale, then 11/22/63, Crescent City, so I'd be starting another one. Legendary would be continuing, then Ithaca, starting another one. Magnolia Park, starting another one. Lost and Lassoed would be continuing. Mistborn is starting a new series. We have Friends by Frederick Bachman. We have The Women. Beartown would be starting a series, and Salem's Lot, The Shining, and Pet Sematary. So I'd be starting there already, like if I just do that, 9 new series. So I will need more space than just this, but like I said, honestly, at most I would probably fill out like 1 more page. Like I don't think I'm gonna start that many series, but I don't know. And then here, like I said, I have to put up here still classics TBR, and then I put like a little black bow, and I try to keep it more like classic. I did the shelf at the bottom, and I tried to give it like little wood grain details. So I put the Iliad and the Odyssey. I really want to finish those 2 before July, I think it's when the movie comes out. Then I have Little Women, Sense and Sensibility, The Secret Garden, Frankenstein, A Christmas Carol, Carmilla, Meditations, The Hobbit, Emma, The Prince and the Pauper, and Wuthering Heights. So those are the classics that I want to read, and that's all I did. Here was supposed to be where I started my series tracker, but that's what I'm going to do my TBR, and honestly I need like one. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have to literally get to page 25 to be able to do like series, like I'm in the not series in the middle, but like TBR tracker. And then after that I want to do my monthly favorites, so like the book of the month, which I used to do before. And then I want to do like 1 page for books bought, but honestly it might have to be 2, but I'm gonna try to keep it to 1. And then a page for nonfiction that I own to read, so like a nonfiction TBR. But ones that I own, I don't think I'm gonna pick up any other nonfictions unless there's something that really interests me, and then I'll pick it up. But yeah, and then that's it. And then it would be like starting so I'd probably start on like page 30 for the actual notebook, like the actual reading thing, and then we'll do like the monthly spreads. But honestly I don't even know what I would do in my monthly spreads, so I'd have to see that afterwards. But right now we're focusing on the building component of it. But that's what we have so far, and tomorrow we'll continue. But I just honestly, I'm not in the mood to do any more today. I'm not feeling the greatest, so there's that. And also it's just, I'm over it today. I'm over it. But hopefully tomorrow we'll do some more and continue with that. I have not read Jack Diddley Squat, and I don't think I'm gonna read Jack Diddley Squat for the rest of the day, honestly. Maybe at night I'll read a little bit, but right now I don't feel like it, and I don't know if I'm gonna feel like it later, because like I said, I am very, very tired. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so update. I am officially DNFing this book. I read chapter 1 and I hated it, and I read chapter 2 and I hated it. This is horrible writing, horrible storytelling, horrible plot, horrible everything. I don't understand how some people have given this a 4 and a 5 star. This is worse than fanfiction, and I used to love fanfiction, so if it was like fanfiction style, I would have ate this up. But this is horrible. This is honestly horrible. I loved the cover, and that's why I picked it up, and they said it was like dark romance, and I was like, oh, we can try. Horrible. So it's a DNF. I'm literally not keeping it. I'm throwing it back there to give it to someone to donate it. Maybe someone will enjoy it, but that someone is not me. It's really not me. I made some more progress on this. I just don't know exactly where I'm at, because I was listening to the audiobook, and like chapter 1 is like very long. Like very, very long. So I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see where I'm at. But I am making some progress on this. I'm still not at chapter 2 though, so I guess I'll let you guys know when I do get to chapter 2, because that's a little bit more progress, like when I get to chapters like that, like 2. So when I make more progress, I'll let you guys know. Well, I did go today to another Barnes, and I found Enchantra, and I already read the first chapter, I guess, but it's just literally one page. But I did read it. The prologue. I read the prologue. And then it says the beginning. And that's where I'm at. I just put the receipt there. So this is a book that I'm going to start reading. It's not going to take part of this video. Like, I guess I'll let you guys know. But that's not going to be one that, like, I need to finish it before doing this. Because it wasn't there from the beginning. So right now, our goal is just to finish All the Light We Cannot See by Sunday. Which seems pretty doable. And that's it. But also, I woke up even more sick today. I am feeling better now. Thank the Lord, sweet baby Jesus. And I woke up with my monthly visitor. If you know, you know. And I'm in a lot of pain. So I haven't been able to, like, really focus on that today. But I did go to my cousin's house and we colored a little bit. Because I went to dinner with my friend. And then my friend and I went to my cousin's house and we colored a little. Not a lot. I'm doing this page and I'm doing it, like, Welcome to Derry inspired. But I messed him up because this wasn't dry, but it's fine. This is not my favorite page, and I'm not loving the way it's turning out, but I'm also not, like, hating it. I made all the balloons red because, you know, Pennywise. And I made, this is my favorite thing, the little dog. Balloon dog. My sky did not come out that cute. It didn't want to blend. The colors were not blending today, and you know what? That's okay. That's okay. So I made some clouds there and, like, tried to, like, do a little something. So I made all the flowers red too because of the iconic Pennywise red. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll see what happens. I might do the kids based, like, on, like, some of the kids from Derry. But we'll see. We'll really see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might finish it today. But like I said, we will genuinely really see. But we are 100% DNFing My Dark Romeo. Like, that's, like, the worst book I've ever read in my life. And I do not DNF books. I push through books, and even if I hate them, I just give them 1 star because I hate, like, not finishing a book. Because I'm like, what if? No, like, I couldn't even, like, do chapter 2. I was, like, fighting for my life to finish it. And I'm like, I can't. I literally can't. I removed it from my Goodreads, I removed it from my Notion, from my TBR, and I'm like, no, like, this is horrible. And I almost told my boyfriend to buy me book 2 because he bought me book 1, just because the covers, I feel like they're so pretty. It's giving, like, Michelangelo, Sistine Chapel, and stuff like that. No, like, what's this? Like, ew. If you like it, I'm judging you a bit. I'm gonna lie to you a little bit, because I literally even went to Goodreads to, like, get reviews, and I saw, like, spoilers of other things that happen, and I'm like, ew, like, what is this? So yeah, that's not my kind of dark romance. My kind of dark romance is, like, Phantasma, Enchantra. That's my kind of dark romance. And, like, I used to love, like, mafia romances and stuff like that. Like, I used to read fanfic of Justin Bieber. Was, like, an episode of CSI. His name was Jason McCann. He was the brother of, like, a gang leader, and I used to read fanfic of him being the gang leader after his brother died and, like, stealing you and kidnapping you. And I was like, trust me, like, I like my dark romance. And I read one about Harry Styles being a demon that tried to kill you and you fell in love with him. Like, I love my dark romance fanfic. That is not it. Like, that's worse than fanfic. Like, what is that? Like, that's worse than 50 Shades of Grey. I can't. I also didn't get through 50 Shades of Grey, but, like, the writing is better than that. Like, that's, I can't. Like, I would never pick up a book by Parker S. Huntington or L.J. Shen. Because if that's the writing, anyone can be an author. I'm so sorry. Like, it feels so mean to say this, but I hated the book. It made me so uncomfortable. I hated it. I have an update. I didn't update you guys at all yesterday, and I'm about to go get my hair cut now because I need a haircut. My tips are so bad. But we have been listening to All the Light We Cannot See. We're on page 259, so almost halfway through the book. My goal is to get to like 70-80% of the book today. I'm not sure if while I get my hair cut I'm gonna have time, like, also be able to hear it even with my AirPods, just because it gets fairly loud in there. So I'm not 100% sure if I will, but when I come back I do want to pick up this room a bit. I do want to pick up my room, and I want to set up for tomorrow to be able to film some videos tomorrow. So while doing all of that, hopefully I can get some more reading done, you know what I mean? And I have been coloring more on my Bobby Goods, and I told myself I'm not allowed to buy the other Dangles coloring book I want until I finish this Bobby Goods coloring book. So tit for tat, I'll get another like good quality one, but I have to finish another one of my good quality ones to be able to buy it, because they do end up being pretty expensive with shipping and everything. It ends up being $30 per book, which honestly the quality is worth it, so it's not a problem. I have completed so far 3 drawings. I did color this in, but in the book I completed 3, and then I saw people designing stuff and I designed this. Mine is not as cool as other people's, but at least I tried. And so we had that. Yesterday I did the beekeeper, so we did this with the little honey, and we did this honey pot red as homage to Winnie the Pooh, but that's what we did. And then you guys have already seen the Nutcracker one. I think I already showed you guys, but I based that one on the Nutcracker. So we have the Nutcracker, Clara, and the Sugar Plum Fairy. And the last one was one that I did not yesterday but the day before. I'm trying to, like, I have my break right now to color as much as I can, read as much as I can, and just fix things as much as I can. And then this one's based on Welcome to Derry. So we obviously have Pennywise the Dancing Clown. We have, oh my god, I forgot all their names. I know we have Rich, because he's my favorite, and his balloon is different. We know why. Oh my god, I forgot her name. She's literally the main girl. And then this is Rich's friend, the boy. And his dad is in the military, the guy that has no fear. I forgot their names, but that's them. So I did it based on it Welcome to Derry. I kind of want to do, let me see, this one, and I either want to do it like cute, kind of do it like aquamarine style, or Jaws, but we'll see what we do today. Okay guys, so I did get my hair cut, finally healthier, because she was not it. There's a mess in this room. I did not pick up this room, but I picked up my actual room, and I picked up all of my skincare and the books that I had there, which there's some books that I brought over here, they're down there, so I could put up there and all that jazz. But anyway, so I have to do that, but it doesn't matter, we'll do that later. We did listen to more of All the Light We Cannot See while picking up my room. I did not listen to it while getting my hair done, because I was talking to the woman who cuts my hair, because she's been cutting my hair since I was 8, so I do just talk to her while I'm there. And also, like, while I'm getting my hair blow dried, I, even like with AirPods on, I feel like I can't really get into it. So we are 60-something% of the way through the book. We're on page 341, so this is what we've read, this is what we're missing. I do want to try to finish, I think it's chapter 7 that we're in right now. Yes, chapter 7 and chapter 8 before going to bed today. And if I finish those 2, like, I'd be so much closer to being done, and I'd just have to focus on doing that tomorrow. I do want to pick up my room tomorrow, because not my room, this room tomorrow, just because I want everything to be as tidy as it can be for the new year. And either way, we're not doing anything until later at night, so that's my goal, to pick this room up tomorrow. I did do some more stuff in my journal, so the first page that we have is the 100 book goal, so I'll color in a book every time I finish a book in the new year. I still have to do the bookshelves. I have not done that yet. Maybe I'll do that soon. I don't know. And then for the series tracker, I just bought stickers. I was gonna make the letters, and then I was like, I'm just gonna get stickers. And then I'm like, I'll make the letters, and I just ended up getting the stickers. So we have the series tracker, and we do have the Dutch stores. So we do have more options to write more series. I know I will start some more. But the good thing about Dutch stores is that if I don't write anymore, then it doesn't matter because it just looks like it's like that. Then I have my 26 books to read in 2026. And then my classics TBR. So I put those there. And then my actual TBR of all the books that I have in my TBR, which is 284. Which one of these? I'm hoping that I finish All the Light We Cannot See tomorrow. So that would be taken out of the TBR. But regardless, I put it there because I didn't notice and I was writing it. And I was like, oops. So even if I do finish it, it doesn't matter. It's just the day before. I did do the Dutch doors kind of thing. So it's just like there. And then I put my monthly faves. And then books bought, and I'm just gonna write them here, like I'll do whatever. And then nonfiction TBR. So here I'm gonna write the nonfiction books that I currently own and want to read this year. I'm hoping to read them all this year, but I don't know. We'll see. But that's on my TBR or whatever. So I technically finished everything I want to do in my journal except for the bookshelf. That's all I'm missing. That's why I have a little tab there. And then once I do that, I'm like done with what I want to do for the rest of the year, other than writing in my nonfiction TBR. But honestly, I might just print out the pages, cut them out, and put them on here just because I don't think it's that many. I think at most is 6. I know I have Wintering, The Body Keeps the Score, Atomic Habits, Stephen King on Writing. Honestly, I think it might just be those 4. TBH. So if anything, I'll just print the 4 covers and then under it I'll write something once I read it. But yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll be fully done. And I would have gotten to page 30. I don't know how I'm gonna do my monthly spreads or anything. I don't really know, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I thought somebody was coming. And then I started this journal years ago. I think in like, honestly, like 2020 like COVID times. So I was doing a journal of like all the stuff that I want to do, so like lists. So I started with like doesn't look very pretty, but it looks like this. It's the Studio Ghibli films. So they're all on there. And I guess I can update it and put like the ones that I've seen, like what I thought about them. Also, I printed out, I think it's the Star Wars movies that are here. Yeah, the Star Wars movies, because I wanted to watch all of them. I've watched 6 of them, so I have to do that. I also want to print out all of the Barbie movies and all of the this is like the 100 books to read list. I don't know I don't think I'm gonna use this TH. Maybe some of these paintings we can use, some of these pages. And then my other one that I want to do is like all the Bratz movies and stuff. So I think that's something that we're gonna do like in January as time goes on. We'll probably do that there. And I do want to do, like, it is my list thing. So any other thing like series that I want to see, I do want to at some point watch what do you call this, like the Marvel universe. So I'll probably include that there and just, you know, slowly but surely make my way through those like iconic universes like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so I could put those movies there and those little things. So I'm gonna update the Studio Ghibli one because I have seen some more. I've seen My Neighbor Totoro, I've seen Castle in the Sky, I think I've seen the Art of The Wind Rises, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not gonna put that one. I've seen Howl's Moving Castle, I've seen Ponyo. I had already seen Ponyo, I don't know why I didn't put that there. And I've seen Arrietty. So my goal is to, how do you call this? To print them and watch them. So I was putting the stars on the side. So for Kiki's, I put 4 stars, and I put it was a cute, fun, and enjoyable movie, but it sadly wasn't 5 stars. I rewatched it with Leah at the drive-in. And then 5 stars for Spirit Away. It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. At first I was iffy, but I did really enjoy it. So now I'm just gonna do that for the other ones actually, and just go from there. I'll keep you guys updated with any reading that I got done. If I do finish this tomorrow, then this vlog will end tomorrow because it's just the finishing books I'm in the middle of. But hopefully I do finish it tomorrow so I can just get it out of the way. And honestly, the first book I am picking up in the new year is going to be Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. I loved Phantasma. I gave it 4.25 stars. It was really good. The only thing was that in the beginning it felt a little bit slow to me, so that's why it wasn't exactly 5 stars, but they say Enchantra is better. So, wow. So Phantasma says the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. And Enchantress says nothing is truly eternal. I love that the covers are very similar still, just they have their own vibes. So this is Ophelia's story, and this is Genevieve's story, her sister. I see online that she's gonna come out with a new one, I think this year. So I'm trying to like figure out who's it gonna be, because there's only 2 sisters, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, this one is shorter than Phantasma, so it should be a quicker read, and hopefully, since I already know her writing and already know like some of the story, obviously not the whole thing because this is its own story, it'll be quicker to get through, so we'll see. But I will keep you guys updated when we figure everything out. Okay guys, so we finally finished All Light We Cannot See. It took us a little bit to get there, but we finished her. I think it's 3.5 stars. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the perspective of seeing like just kind of like how people were living back then, that a lot of them did join like Hitler's army just because they were fear, like they didn't want to die, they didn't want their family to die, so they did what they felt like they had to do, even though they didn't necessarily believe in what he stood for. So I think it is a good book. It just wasn't like my favorite book. Like, I was entertained, I liked it, so 3.5 stars. I understand why people give it 5 stars, and I understand why it won a Pulitzer Prize, but it was just not my favorite book to read. But I am glad that I read it. It's a good book, and you know, it's nice to see what went on and just like a perspective about it, because a lot of people just, you know, and how at the end, like after the war, like the Germans were scared of like going out because they're like, are we gonna get like hate crimes kind of thing, I guess, and like what it was back then. Even though it wasn't all the Germans' fault, they didn't all stand for what he believed in, but they did fight, so you know. So it's just life, and I think it's a good book. I think it's a good book to read, but it wasn't my favorite of the books I've ever read. But I am glad I did read it. It's a good read. So yeah, that was it. We accomplished what we set ourselves to, and we finished it on the last day of the year, December 31st, which is insane, but we did it. We finished, and that's, you know what, that's all that matters, and that's all I care for, genuinely, that we did it. Obviously we didn't finish the Sylvia Plath book or the Iliad, but that was what I was setting out to do in like this journey of like, I think it's 7 episodes of trying to finish the books, and that's okay, because that's not what I wanted, that's not what I needed, that's not what we were looking for. But we did do everything else we wanted. This probably wouldn't have happened if I had to read My Dark Romeo, which is over there. I'm gonna give it to somebody. I don't know who. I'm gonna get rid of it or donate it, or I don't know. That's like the worst book I've ever laid eyes on in my freaking life. Ugh, that was so bad. But yeah, we did it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey, and we did it. And hopefully 2026 we don't have to go through this again. Hopefully I start and finish my books in a timely manner where I don't have like 14 books that I'm in the middle of, you know what I mean? So we did that. At one point we were in the middle of more books just because I did start A Heart of Christmas, and I really wanted to read Enchantra, but I was like, no, we're not gonna add another book to this. So now that we finished the series, I could begin Enchantra, and I feel like Enchantra might be the first book I finish in 2026. It might be. So I might actually like chill for a little bit just because I've been picking up all day. As you can tell, this is a lot more picked up than it was because I've just been picking up all day. And you know what, that's okay. And I filmed a video of my 2026, the 26 books I want to read in 2026 and the 13 classes I want to read in 2026. So we've been doing a lot today, and my allergies are killing me from the dust from the books and stuff. So I am gonna chill for like a little bit, and then I might start reading Enchantra before I head out to my brother's house if I have time. If not, then it's fine. We'll just start reading on the new year on the 1st. And you know what? That's totally okay, totally fine, and it's all good. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me, for watching these videos. I hope you have the best start of the new year. I hope you have the best 2026. I hope we all have the best 2026 and that everything we want comes to flourish in 2026, and that we can all live the life that we want in 2026. I put that out there to you guys. God willingly, we will all be living a great 2026. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and that you follow me and just join the community so we can do more of these.